welcome to the Ranger's Respite. I'm Philip, and this is Drinking Geeks. It is time for a Friday video, and today I'm making a cocktail called the Barnstormer. Normally, when I find these in my notes, there's a source attributed. And this one is literally where I normally put the source. This is a question mark. So if you know where this is from, please let me know. But anyway, it's called the Barnstormer. Calls for 1.5 ounces of Canadian whiskey. I'm using the Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye. So I have a bottle of it. And I think of the Canadian whiskeys I have, it'll do the job best. This sparked some controversy a few years ago because it was named by an individual who's real big in the industry. It was named Best New Whiskey of the Year or something. And it was up against, or not really up against, but there were a lot of really good whiskeys that were released that year. And everybody was sort of blindsided by it because it's an okay whiskey, but there were a lot of better whiskeys released that year. This is my second bottle of it. The first bottle I had, I consumed all of, and a good chunk of it went to mixing, drinks for my friends, because it's okay. It's not really great. Anyway, next up is a 1/2 ounce of peppermint schnapps, and then 1/2 ounce of creme de cacao. It's 1/4 ounce of white and 1/4 ounce of dark on the original recipe. I don't have white creme de cacao, so I'm just using what I have. 1/2 ounce of this. And honestly, I don't think it really matters terribly much which color you use, because one is just dyed brown. And then 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, and as you can probably tell, this is fresh squeezed lemon juice. Whoops. Jeez. I've already made a mess. And we're going to take all that, put it in our shaker. And we're going to shake it with ice. Until it's nicely chilled. And we're going to strain it into a rocks glass over ice. There you go, Barnstormer. It's an interesting looking cocktail. Probably the most prominent flavor is the peppermint, followed closely by lemon. Because that's one of the things that's about this whiskey, is that it doesn't have a very strong flavor. And peppermint schnapps is very potent flavor-wise, so it just sort of lends to an odd mix in this cocktail. It is very sweet, though. I'll give it that. It's okay. Now, I always relate cocktails back to things. So, how many of you have seen the movie Secondhand Lions? The answer is probably a good number of you, because I'm pretty sure all my friends have seen it. It's a great movie. There's a scene, okay, it opens up with two old guys flying a biplane under an overpass on the highway at 127 miles an hour. And at the end of the movie, it ends with them having flown it upside down into a barn, which is a sad end, but you know, all things end. But I don't know. I try to always relate these to things, and that's the closest I can come. So here's a Barnstormer. It's okay. Having let it sit a little bit and having consumed a little bit more, it is very pepperminty. Although now some of the rye characters coming through. So you've got peppermint, and then a little bit of like aniseed and other herbal notes in the center. Not very much chocolate though. The lemon is still very present. Interesting. Anyway, interesting drink. You might enjoy it. Now, on to my usual shilling. If you want to support my channel, if you like the content that I make, you can join my Patreon for $1 a month. It gets you this content early. The ability to request cocktails, recommend cocktails, vote for what I review, and to get some Patreon exclusive content. You also get access to the Discord server where you can talk to myself and members of my local whiskey club about cocktails, whiskey, D&D, and other nerdy things. If you want to support my channel, but you're not a big fan of Patreon, or you want to just make a one-time contribution, there's a link to my Ko-fi in the description down below, and a link to my Etsy store, where I sell these adorable That's the Spirit pot still stickers, designed by my friend Alyssa at Apricot Studios. Okay, if you want to sponsor an episode, there's an email in the description down below that you can email me, and we'll work something out. Whether that's you want me to do a specific cocktail, or you want to request a specific whiskey to be reviewed, or you want me to shout out your brand. Again, there's an email in the description down below. It's easy as that. I think that's everything. So, until next time, stay happy, stay geeks. Bye.